Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. My dear Muslim brothers and sisters in Islam, I come to you with another reminder about Ramadan from Mom Studios. In this reminder, we are going to talk about the spiritual journey to healthy body. The spiritual journey to healthy body. One may conclude that Ramadan is all about fasting, starving, but that's not the case. In this month of Ramadan, we get favors from the Almighty Allah, we get mercy, salvation, forgiveness, bodybuilding. All these things come in the month of Ramadan, which is why the Almighty Allah said, anyone who fasts in the month of Ramadan with his fear, on the day of judgment, that fellow will be on his right hand side. Being a minor or major sin you've committed, Almighty Allah is going to save you due to you submitting yourself wholeheartedly in the month of Ramadan because of his fear. And the Prophet also curses any of his follower who does not attain the blessing of Ramadan. So please and please again, let's not allow this month to come without we gaining anything, because it is a great opportunity for you and I. Have we reflect our mind back, spending almost 359 days in a year, which is the Islamic calendar, the sins we've committed, the misunderstanding we've caused between parents, friends, the unfaithfulness we've caused between we and our Creator, gossiping, backbiting. Have we thought of all those things? How then do we have to ask for forgiveness? Suffering to starve ourselves in all these days, and at the end our fasting will not be valid. Please, let's try as much as possible to gain something in this month of Ramadan. We know we've committed a lot during the past months. We are fortunate to have such a great month, an opportunity for we mankind to ask for forgiveness, ask for salvation, gain mercy, favor and forgiveness. So please, let's try as much as possible to benefit from this month of Ramadan. Now, the spiritual journey in healthy body. Ramadan is also about fasting, but that doesn't mean we should starve ourselves. Or the fact that we are going to fast doesn't mean we should get up and eat any food, thinking that food is going to, keep us active till we break our fast. We don't have to wake up and get heavy meal, thinking that one is going to help us to stay till we break our fast. Ramadan is closer this year's Ramadan is closer to summer. We those in Europe in particular, which means we are going to experience shorter nights and longer day. In that case, our days for fasting or fasting period is going to keep long. Have we asked ourselves what are the food we must eat in order to survive actively till those time? Do we have to go and get something heavy, or should just drink anything just that we want to keep ourselves fit? We will end up eating certain type of food which will take us for lesser hours, and the rest we begin to find ourselves wanting. We don't just have to get up and eat anything. As one will say, quality is better than quantity. We shouldn't just get up and eat anything plenty, thinking we are eating food that will keep us till we break our fast. When we fast, our energy level mainly depends on the sugar or the glucose that's consumed during the food we eat. But this meal can only provide energy for few hours. Then our body has to depend on its stored glucose, which is known as the glycogen. Food eaten at iftar that will provide your body cell with calories and nutrients to give energy and vitality. So we have to take notice that the food we eat must be able to contain us energy, minerals, vitamin, carbohydrate. Not just eat anything that we are eating food, but we should make sure the food we eat can give us all these food nutrients for us to be able to survive till our time of breaking the fast. For longer lasting energy, This year, it is very, very important that we get food which are highly nutritious, food that are mainly complex carbohydrates. This type of food include rice, beans, millet, potato, a whole lot, as I can mention. We shouldn't just get anything that we are eating. We should consider the food that is going to help us to stay till we break our fast. The food that is going to keep us healthy and active, not to eat and become dull along the way when it's not yet time for us to break our fast. One thing that we have to take note of, we should try as much as possible to prevent frequently fatty food and also fried foods. We shouldn't eat fried foods too much. Say meat pie, donuts. One would like to break the fast by taking porridge and kose. Why should it be so? Before you eat, take a look at the food you are eating. It should be balanced. The fact that you are eating doesn't mean you should just eat anything, but the food must be balanced, contain all the necessary nutrients that one need for the body. And also, the fact that we are fasting doesn't mean we shouldn't drink much water. At least 6 to 8 glasses of water must be taken into our body a day. Being at dawn or the time you will be breaking your fast, try as much as possible to make it up with such amount of water. If we are eating, we should try our possible best to eat slowly digestible and absorbable food. Food that will take its time to gradually digest, not to just get any heavy food thinking we are eating. We should also know that the heavy food requires huge amounts of energy in order for them to digest. We are fasting, so where do we get water, nutrients and all those things to help these foods digest? Please, let's try and eat easy, chewable food that can be absorbable, which are rich in fiber and also complex carbohydrates. We shouldn't just get up and eat anything at all. Bread and cereal are rich in vitamin B, which help to release energy from food we have eaten gradually. So we can also try to add this type of vitamins to our food. Bread and cereal, they all give us vitamin B, which can also help our food to digest. Ramadan doesn't mean we should starve ourselves. Please, let's take note of this. We must eat, even balanced one, so that at the end we don't lack too much because we're in the month of Ramadan, but we rather get a bodybuilding habit because we fasted in the month of Ramadan. Ramadan is not just about we starving, but also we can gain blessings in Ramadan. Let's try as much as possible to minimize, some minor activities we do before the month of Ramadan. We shouldn't just get up and do anything or become a changed Muslim because we're in the month of Ramadan. Let's try as much as possible that the habit or the lifestyle we live in the month of Ramadan afflicts in our other months. It's very painful to starve yourself, as one will say, and at the end you wouldn't get anything. This thing goes back to we the youth. We try our best, fast, pray, ask for forgiveness. In the end, to conclude our Ramadan, we do anything at all. We think we are trying to please ourselves. Meanwhile, we are not pleasing our Creator. Let's try and end Ramadan in a peaceful manner, in a good manner, but not just to, show the world that we are also who we are. Remember, we wouldn't know when we would die, being the month of Ramadan or not. So please, let's not just be a changed Muslim in the month of Ramadan, but be a changed Muslim and a changed believer. Here comes to the end of today's reminder. I bring to you another episode, inshallah. I am Atampuri Bilquees, bring it to you from Mom Studio. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
Fantastic.